grandma. Proud grandma. Proud grandpa.
So she said, hey, we should go here. There's deer going down. So there were two of them going down in the bottom.
There's Cousin Barry.
Turned out pretty good.
Very good, honey.
Jared and Brittany, you were telling me that one of the ways that you solve some of your arguments, because you're both stubborn is the way you put it, is that you do rock, paper, scissors. So whoever wins that, you choose to give in and let the other person win. And what I'd like to say to you on your wedding day in front of all your family and friends, these witnesses, is there's going to come a day when you're not going to want to play rock, paper, and scissors. There's going to come a day when one or both of you are going to be so stubborn you don't want to give in. And I just want to encourage you to remember the vows that you're making today. And I want to encourage you to remember the verse that you asked to be read here on your wedding day. The verse that says love does not insist on its own way. And also that it says love never ends. So the vows that you're taking today are meant to be forever. And for you, Jared, the Bible is very clear when it talks to the husband. And it tells the husband how he's supposed to treat his wife. And he's supposed to do more than just talk about loving her. He's supposed to show that he loves her and how he meets her needs. In fact, the example in the Bible is that of Jesus Christ in the church. And it says that the man is supposed to love the woman the way that Jesus Christ loved the church. And he loved her. And he loved the church enough to die for it. And so for the husband, what it's telling you today, Jared, is that you're supposed to value Brittany more than you value life itself. And then for you, Brittany, the Bible's very clear on how the wife is supposed to love and respect her husband. And I'd just like you to know that I believe that Jared would cross any ocean and climb any mountain for you. The only thing he needs is to know that you love and respect him. And that's so important for the man. And so I just want you both to know today that the vows that you're taking, they're not always going to be easy to keep. But I believe that they're the best gift God has ever given a man and a woman here on earth. If you'll just continue to love each other. So with that being said, I ask you both, are you ready to make these vows? Okay, we're going to start with you, Jared. And I just ask that you would affirm this statement by saying, I do. Will you, Jared, have Brittany to be your wife? Will you love her, comfort her, and keep her as long as you both shall live, forsaking all others? I do. And then, Brittany, will you affirm this statement by saying, I do? Will you, Brittany, have Jared to be your husband? Will you love him, comfort him, and keep him, forsaking all others, true to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Jared, if you would repeat after me these words to Brittany. I, Jared, take you, Brittany, to be my wife, my constant friend, my faithful partner, my love from this day forward, in the presence of God, our family and friends. I offer you my solemn vow to be your faithful partner in sickness and in health, in good times and in bad, in joy as well as in sorrow. I promise to love you unconditionally, to support you in your goals, to honor and respect you, to laugh with you and cry with you, and to cherish you as long as we both shall live. And Brittany, if you could repeat these words to Jared. I, Brittany, take you, Jared,
I, Brittany, take you, Jared,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my constant friend,
my constant friend,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
my love from this day forward,
my love from this day forward,
in the presence of God,
in the presence of God,
our family and friends.
our family and friends.
I offer you my solemn vow
I offer you my solemn vow
to be your faithful partner,
to be your faithful partner
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
in good times and in bad,
in good times and in bad,
in joy as well as in sorrow.
in joy as well in sorrow.
I promise to love you unconditionally,
I promise to love you unconditionally,
to support you in our goals,
to support you in our goals,
to honor you and respect you,
to honor and respect you,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to laugh with you and cry with you,
to cherish you as long as we both shall live.
to cherish you as long as we both shall live.
May I have the ring? Rings are very large in their significance. They are made of a precious metal and a precious stone, and that reminds us that love is not cheap nor common, but indeed love is very costly and dear to us. These rings are also made in a circle, and their design tells us that we must keep love continuous throughout our whole lives, even as the circle of the ring is continuous. As you wear these rings, whether you are together or apart even just for a moment, may these rings be a constant reminder of the promise you are making to one another this day. Jared, place this ring on Brittany's finger and repeat these vows. With this ring, I be wed.
With this ring, I'll be wed.
I seal my promise
I seal my promise
to be your loving and faithful husband.
to be your loving and faithful.
Brittany, if you would place this on Jared's finger and repeat these vows. With this ring, I thee wed.
With this ring I be wed.
I seal my promise
I seal my promise
to be your loving and faithful wife.
to be your loving and faithful wife.
Jared and Brittany will each be pouring a glass container filled with sand from a special location. The sand that Brittany is pouring is from the first date, and Jared's sand is from the day they got engaged. Brittany and Jared, you have just sealed your relationship by the giving and receiving of rings, and this covenant is a relationship pledge between two people who agree that they will commit themselves to one another throughout their lives. The most beautiful example of this partnership is the marriage relationship. You have committed here today to share the rest of your lives with each other. Today, this relationship is symbolized through the pouring of these two individual containers of sand. One representing you, Brittany, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. And the other representing you, Jared, all that you were, all that you are, and all that you ever will be. As these two containers of sand are poured into the third container, the individual containers of sand will no longer exist, but will be joined together as one. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured again into the individual containers, so will your marriage be. Jared, would you please take Brittany to the stand? Jared and Brittany, you have come here today before us and before God and have expressed your desire to become husband and wife. You have shown your love and affection by joining hands and have made promises of faith and devotion each to the other and have sealed these promises by the giving and the receiving of rings. Therefore, with this said and done, it is my pleasure to say, by the authority vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. And now, Jared. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Jared Garton.